Are you still there? Okay. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay,
There it is.
cool. All right. So what type of angles do we have here? Do you remember what they're called when it looks like someone took an angle and slid it down?
Are they corresponding?
Nice. Yes, they are corresponding. And corresponding angles are what?
Equal.
Equal. So go ahead and take your web paint and type right on the screen there.
One head.
Oh, no problem. Okay. Waiting on the Jonah. Jim can hear this.
All right, there we go. I'm back.
Awesome. Okay. So we have decided they are corresponding angles, right?
Yeah.
So what you're going to do is you're going to write those expressions equal to each other.
Okay.
Because remember, in geometry land here, they decided to give you an expression instead of the actual angle measure.
Yes.
So go ahead and grab your web paint. Because it's your favorite tool, right? No. And then you can write those expressions equal to one another. So that 71 minus 2x equals 81 minus 3x.
What?
Oh, no, did I lose you? That's okay, no problem. So see how you have angles 1 and 2 there?
Yes.
And then see in the problem where it says find the value of x and all that stuff, underneath it, it says the measure of angle 1 is 71 minus 2x.
Okay.
Measure of angle 2 is there. Yes, only you don't need to rewrite it. We can just set those equal to one another because they're both corresponding, so they equal one another.
Okay.
I know, it's that weird thing. So yeah, because it's going to drive you nuts. I would just delete that part if you can. And then type in 71 minus 2x. Perfect. Equals 81 minus 3x. Nice. Okay, so now we have to solve equation with variables on both sides, right?
Yeah.
So what do? Do you remember?
We put the x's on the same side.
Correct. And we're going to pick on the smaller one first. So which one's smaller, the negative 2x or the negative 3x?
Negative 3x.
Nice. So we're going to do the opposite of that to both sides under the x. What's the opposite of negative 3x?
Positive 3x.
Right. So you're going to add 3x under each of the x's there.
Okay.
So go ahead and put plus 3x and then plus 3x on each side. Yep.
Okay.
Nice. And then hit enter. And then now all that's what's on the left side there? What's still there?
X.
Yep, there's an x. What about that 71? Is that still there?
Yes.
Yes, so you're going to put 71 plus x.
Okay. Okay, so 71 plus x
Equals 81.
equals 81.
Very good. And then now we got to solve for x. So what are we going to do to get rid of that 71?
Subtract 71.
Very good. So right, minus 71 on both sides. And then what is 81 minus 71?
10.
10. So you're going to write x equals 10.
X equals 10.
Nice. And see how that matches with what they said x should be?
Yes.
So yay, we got it. So now we got to do that classic geometry move where you take whatever x is and you plunk it into the expression. So kind of next to these pretty equations there, I would take one of your expressions. Which one do you want to do? Angle 1 or 2?
2. No, 1.
Okay. So you're going to write 71 minus 2. And then instead of the x, you're going to put parentheses and then the 10.
Okay.
When it allows you. Oh, it did. Cool. Very good. And then that is just an expression. You can type it into Desmos. You can do order of operations. Kind of dealer's choice there.
So wait,
what would we do to solve that?
I would get...
Which part do you got to do first? Logical, but we actually, remember, we got to do that multiplication part first. So we got to do the 2 times 10 first. What would that be?
Right? This.
Sorry, it's frozen on my end. Silly web paint. Come on, Zoom. Let's go. Oh, good. Yeah, that's perfect. All of a sudden it all showed up. Yeah, so see how they get 51?
Yep.
And then automatically the other one would also be 51.
Yes.
So cool. Good. So number 1, done. Go ahead and clear that off. Can I see what you said for angle 1 and 2?
I answered 33. And then 2 there.
Interesting. Hey, at least you were consistent, right? You got the facts that they have to be the same because they're corresponding. So good. All right.
This one I just don't remember doing at all.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, it looks like you were. Oh.
I did it opposite.
Yeah, interesting. I wonder if you just switched your slopes around. Huh. Well, we shall see. Well, go ahead and, if you don't mind, type it on the screen because we're going to have to shift some stuff around just so we get it in slope intercept form.
Okay. So typing.
Yeah. So type negative 11x plus 2y equals 1.
Okay. So negative 11x plus 2y equals 1.
Perfect. So now that is not in slope intercept form, correct?
No.
No. Do you remember what form it's called?
No.
That's okay. It's standard form because x and y are on the same side.
Okay.
So what we want to do is we want to solve it for y. So first thing, we got to get everything kind of away from that y. So what are we going to move first, do you think?
The 2, because it's the closest.
You're logical, and that's good that you noticed that. But since it's the closest, it actually moves last. So whatever is closest moves last. So what's more further away?
The 11?
Yeah, you're right. The negative 11x. We're going to take that whole thing and move it to the other side. And what do we do if we want to cancel out? It's the same thing you kind of just did with variables on both sides.
Yeah.
So what would you do to cancel it on that side and bring it to the other side?
Would I subtract 11?
So close, but you're already subtracting 11. So what's the opposite of subtracting?
Oh, I would add 11 then.
Add 11. Yeah, you're going to add 11x to each side of the equal sign there.
Okay. So
yeah, so type plus 11x.
Plus.
Nice. Okay, then hit enter. And what is the only thing left on the left there?
On the left, it'd be just 2y.
Very good. You are right. 2y equals. And then you'd think you can combine 11x and 1, but you really can't. So you're just going to write 11x plus 1.
Right.
And you were actually right the way you had it. You can write, sorry, I jumped ahead a little bit. You can write 2y equals 11x plus 1. Yeah, very good. All right, last thing. And why can't we combine those again?
Because it's an x and a y.
Very good. Well,
yes. Or it's a positive and a negative.
You were kind of closer the first time. It's not an x and a y, it's an x and then a number. So they weren't like terms.
Okay.
So, but good. So then what would we do to solve for that y? How would we get rid of multiplying by 2?
Divide by 2?
Very good. So on both sides, you're going to divide absolutely everything by 2. Yeah, you got the right idea though. Good. So then our final answer, what would we have as our slope-intercept equation?
Oh, what? I gotta stretch.
Oh, no problem. I get it.
All right.
So those 2's cancel, right? So what's left on the left side?
Just y.
Just y. So y equals, and you're going to leave that as a fraction because we like slope as a fraction.
Okay. I'm not sure what that fraction would be.
It would just be 11 over 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't have to do anything crazy with it. It's kind of nice.
Okay.
And then x, and then plus, and you can either put that as a 1/2, or if it makes more sense to you to graph it as a 0.5. Your choice, my friend.
There you go.
There you go. So that is a good equation to graph with. Okay. So maybe let's just look at the graph there. See how they have, see the leftmost dot?
Yes.
Yeah, see how that one looks like it's on a 0.5, right?
Yes.
And you got pretty darn close with your graph, it looks like. So you would start there, and then what did, say it again?
Except this dot needs to be swung way down over here.
Well, I think that one is the correct one. You answered the way down one.
Oh, okay.
So you went the other way. I think that's what you did. See how you're down close? You're on -11. So you did something logical there. You really did. I think you graphed the x and the y coefficient. Yeah. But we got to switch it around first. And then see how on their graph, from that 0.5,
yes,
what they did is they went up 11 spaces.
They did?
And they should have.
2, 3. Looks like they only just went up 6 or 5.
Kind of does. Why did they go up? So I'm confused on this one. What?
Oh, I think you were counting the halves. Like I counted it.
Oh, yeah. They kind of.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10.
Yeah, so they went up
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There we go. 11.
Okay. Yeah. So you're right. It is super confusing. See, you just justified how it's confusing. It is. But you got to be careful and actually pay it. You got to go 11 whole spaces from that half. So you go from 0.5 to 1.5. Yeah. And then 1.5 to 2.5. So that's kind of what they did. That's a tricky one to graph. That's mean for a test. Mean Math Excel, mean. No, I'm just kidding. But then they went to the right 2 spaces.
Okay. Oh, I'm very tired.
Oh, me too. Do you want to do one more, or have we had enough?
I've had enough.
I don't blame you. That's okay. We went through a lot. So we at least did 1 and 2. Yay.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to do that.
You're right.